Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are doing a first impression of some drugstore makeup that I picked up yesterday at Target. Did a little shopping. Got a new palette from Revolution. This is the Ethereal Icon palette. It is so pretty. It's obviously what I got on and it's really cool. Just absolutely gorgeous. So we have that new concealer from NYX, the Fix Stick. Pretty cool. New mascara from Maybelline called the Firework Mascara. Buttermilk bronzer from NYX. And lip and cheek from Wet-n-Wild. I haven't used this before, but we're using it again today. And yeah, the lip oils from Wet-n-Wild. Testing out some more of those, trying them out. So yeah, so if that interests you and you want to see me play with these products and my first impression thoughts of them, just go ahead and keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below if there's any more drugstore products you would like to see me check out and review. I really enjoy reviewing drugstore makeup. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I sometimes forget to say that, but it really does help out when you hit that little like thing and comment and subscribe and all of that, or share the video with your friends. That really does help a ton, honestly. Really does help. So yeah, okay, on to the goodies. Hello, good morning. Ooh. Okay, so I need to treat myself because I'm 12 days nicotine free. I earned a treat. And the treat was to go to Target and well, I was there buying Father's Day stuff. Anyway, we were in there and I was like, you know, I bet my dad would like some makeup for Father's Day. And so I just veered over to the makeup section. I bought a few new things. So from Revolution, they have some new eyeshadow palettes out, and they've had these. Now, this one I've actually had my own eye on for quite a while. I just could never find this particular color story in store anywhere. And then this is new. So first let me show you the older one that's been out. But this is called Striped Khaki. Striped Khaki. This is the Ultimate Desire little 9-pan palette. This is basically supposed to be kind of like the Huda Beauty Obsession palettes. I think, you know, the same type of concept. The color story is somewhat reminiscent of Khaki Obsession from Huda, but this one has a little bit more vibrancy to it and a little more color going on. It's a little prettier, to be honest with you. And I love Khaki Obsession. This has a little bit more oomph to it and a little more pigmentation going on. So yeah, it's got some pretty purpley tones, rosy tones, warmth. It's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous color story, and I'm all over it. It's swatched out beautifully, by the way. And this one, which looks strikingly similar, I got home and I was like, did I just buy like a bigger version of the same palette? But then I swatched it out and I was like, oh no, they're different. They are different. The colors are different. So this is their newer little launch here. This is the Icon palette. And this retails for $12. This little guy's $9. I mean, $12, pretty good deal for this. And yeah, it has 12 shades in it in a variety of finishes and formulas. You've got a cream formula, 2 cream formulas in all of them. And then there's like a special shade, or a couple of kind of special shades, like a swirly shade or a mosaic looking shade or something special about it. There's 4 different color stories. This one that I saw in store that I loved, but on Ulta, they actually have some really pretty color stories going on that I'm like, ooh, I kind of really want that cool tone one. But I'll put pictures of those on the screen just so you can see them and see the special shades within each one, because it's really cool. And the compact here is actually pretty decent quality. Like, it feels fairly substantial for a plastic palette. But the special shade in this one is this little swirly dude right here that's like a kind of a rose goldish swirl, purple and rose gold marbling. And then this one that has like a wave to it. And it feels kind of like a creamy formula, like a Super Shock type formula. And then you have some really pretty shimmer metallics, more like a topper kind of sparkly shade. And you have 2 cream shades. And then a row of mattes. And the mattes look beautiful too. Like, again, we got rosy tones, browns, and greens. It's similar, but it's different. When it's swatched out, they don't look the same. Just I think at first glance, they kind of might look similar. So I'm really excited about that, though. I thought this was beautiful. Beautiful little palette. And yeah, all 4 colorways are really pretty. I got a new concealer. So I've pretty much almost used up my pink under eye corrector from Maybelline, and I was gonna buy a replacement for it, the Age Rewind, but then I saw this from NYX. This is the NYX Pro Fix stick, and it comes in a pink shade, and this retails for $9. This is their Pro Fix Stick Color Correcting Concealers. I have the shade pink, but it comes in a ton of shades, 24 shades, that you can use for correcting under eyes, redness, discoloration, dark circles, blemishes, a little bit of everything, spot concealing, whatever, because it's kind of a nice variety. I think the formula feels very good for multiple places on the face. It's a versatile formulation, I think. It feels really good on the skin. When I swatched it, it feels really nice. It's meant to conceal, correct, brighten, creamy stick formula infused with hyaluronic acid for a smooth glide, never dry, never draggy. Yeah, it is so smooth and creamy. Shocking for a stick. Like, it is really, really nice formulation on this. It says it's transfer resistant, medium buildable coverage with a natural finish. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about trying this out. When I swatched it out on my hand and just kind of blended it, very satisfying. The most satisfying thing though, truly just satisfying in the hand, is this from NYX. I got one of the butter melt bronzers. This retails for $10, 8 shades, infused with mango, shea, and almond butter, transfer resistant, fade resistant, crease resistant for up to 12 hours. This packaging alone, this is so like heavy and like thick and just substantial feeling. Like, it feels like a high-end product, really, and it just feels really good to touch. I like the way it feels. So I got the shade all buttered up. It looked like a good shade for me. And just the packaging alone is so substantial and so satisfying. But look how pretty this is. It is beautiful. And it has a slight sheen in it, like an Hourglass bronzer has. It's not a flat matte. It has a nice glow. And yes, finally got me a drugstore bronzer. And also, it smells delicious. It is reminiscent of the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, but it smells better. It's not as strong, not as overwhelming. It's just a really nice fragrance coming off of this. And they have the blushes. I just didn't see those in store, but if the blushes have this same type of really pretty kind of shimmer or soft satin finish to it, I would be more interested in them. Yeah, but this feels like absolutely like cream almost on the swatch. It is so smooth and feels buttery, but it is a powder. This is a swatch of this shade, but I thought this shade would look nice for my skin tone. It's a warm rosy color. It has a bit of a glow, and yeah, it just looks really pretty. Like, I like how these have kind of a warmth, rosiness within them, and it looks like a really nice shade range, and like you could kind of bounce around within the range and use the different colors, and they would kind of work on multiple skin tones. Like, there was something very universal about all the shades within the line. But gosh, the packaging really just, there's something about touching this packaging that feels really good. Just, if you're in store, you see these, just do this. Just hold it. I don't know. Just something about the way it fits in the hand. It's really satisfying. Really good sensory experience. And lastly, I got a new mascara. This is the new Maybelline Firework from Lash Sensational. I got the shade Blackish Brown, which I wasn't even paying attention. I just grabbed one and luckily got the black brown because that's what I prefer. And yeah, this is meant to splay the lashes out like fireworks. The copy on this was really funny on the website. It was because it was so cheesy. But let's see. It has 360-degree extraordinary lash impact for a sensational firework of lashes. Super Spark brush shoots lashes up and out. Conditioning formula with Provitamin B5. Isn't that biotin? B5, I think that's what that is. Clump and smudge resistance, $13.99. So it's actually cheaper than the L'Oreal one, the Panorama. And I think this is kind of similar to the Panorama. Like the way the brush looks and everything, it kind of has that similar vibe to it. And yeah, I'm about out of my mascara, so I thought, well, it's time for a new one. And there's a new one on the market to try. Let me go ahead and open this up. Oh, I like the tube. I like this fluting on it and the way it's written. It's cool looking. It's got this neat little firework at the end. Okay, yeah, so we've got like a very bendy plastic wand. All right, cool. We'll play with that in a moment when we get to that. Let's get to the makeup so I can stop rambling so much. I just want to introduce everything apparently. And I also have a few things that I've used in a previous video that are still new that I'm gonna kind of fill in the gaps with. Like this blush from WetnWild. This is one of their Mega Glow lip and cheek colors. I think this will go nicely for today. And I want to kind of give this a little bit more of a spotlight, not layer it up with other products like I did the other day. And then I have the lip oils, which from Wet n Wild, which are beautiful. And I bet we could put one of those on today as well. Yeah, I want to use this palette today. There will be a video centered around this palette and a review. Don't worry, 'tis coming. And also there'll be like short form and stuff. Same with this. I'll have multiple looks done with this and a full review of it up. Oh, let's see what this cream does. This cream colored cream. Maybe put a little bit of that on the lid. Use that as kind of a base. It feels very creamy. A little greasy. Not too bad. Let's tap a little bit of that on here. And use that as like just to color kind of blank the lid out a little bit. That looks nice. It's actually kind of drying down to like go into a more powdery finish as I tap it on. So that's cool. I'll keep in mind and pay attention to see if it causes an increasing or anything. But they all have like a cream at the end of the palette. It's very Patrick Ta-esque. This is like if you took the Patrick Ta palettes and a Huda palette, like one of the big Huda palettes, and mushed them together and then made it smaller. That's kind of the concept they got going right here. It's like, we're gonna rip off Patrick Ta and Huda today. Is it just me or do they feel less dupey now? Makeup Revolution, which they did actually change their name to Revolution. But is it just me or do they feel like less knockoff brand and more like they're doing their own thing? That's why I've been more into buying them lately, because I feel like they're kind of making a name for themselves beyond just being a dupe brand. Let's take some of this shade right here and we'll run that through the transition socket. All right, so there's a little kick up in the pan. Like they're a little bit powdery, but they're very soft and very, oh wow, yeah, very, very soft and buttery feeling. There's like kick up the way an ABH palette has kick up. Okay, let's bring this through here. That's a nice warm, light camel tone. Pull this up and out. Yeah, this shade is very pretty. It has a nice, almost blushy bronzer-like warmth in it. Good peachiness in it. There's the word. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. I'm going to take a little flat brush and go into that matte green right here. I'm going to take some of that on the outer corner. Let me see how that goes. Ooh, pretty. That's like, wow. A little more vibrant than I was picturing in the best way. That's gorgeous. And it's applying beautifully. I've always thought Makeup Revolution or Revolution always does a good job on eyeshadow. Like I've never had a complaint about their eyeshadows that I've tried since they launched. They've always done pretty good on that. I've had some of their palettes back in the day when they first started. They had like, I think, like a Naked 3 dupe that was really nice. But yeah, like they've always made quality products for the most part. Every now and then there would be something that was so awful. I mean, just the level of it being so bad that you would not want to buy from the brand ever again bad. But then you use all this other stuff and it's like amazing. It's like, okay, I'm not going to write the brand off for one bad liquid lipstick, okay? It's the same thing with Wet n Wild. Like they have a couple lip products that to me that have been just atrocious. That like, how did this even pass quality control? But am I going to hold that against the brand? No, because they also have some really amazing products. to me, like maybe Revolution, like WetnWild, the brands, they do so much right. When they do something wrong, they do it very wrong to where it's like, oh God, it's not mediocre, it's bad. And then there's no like middle ground with their stuff. It's like either really good or just really, really bad. So it can be a little hit or miss, but thankfully, you know, these are affordable brands at least. You're not breaking the bank too much, and I mean, you can return product. I'm not above returning a drugstore product. Okay, that's pretty. Let's deepen that up maybe with a little bit of this brown right here. We can put some of that on the outer corner. Like very outer corner right out here, just for some darkness. And blend that into that green. That's actually working really well. Ooh, cool. Cool. That looks really nice. These are blending so easily. I'm going to take a diffused crease. Is that what this is called? Detail diffused crease. And a bit more of that green. I'm going to pull it around this edge. A little bit more. Y'all, it rained while I was in Target yesterday. And when I came out, it felt horrible outside. Like oppressively hot. Like I could not breathe. It was the humidity. Not just that it was hot. The humidity was so bad. Like it was shockingly bad. And I'm not seeing any creasing so far from that cream either, which is nice. You ever sometimes get a hold of a Dr. Pepper or whatever soda it is you like, and you just drink and you're like, wow, you're so good. When did you get so good? And it's just like, I can't get enough of it. Every now and then I get that way. Like, this is my second Dr. Pepper today. Most days I can go, maybe we'll drink one can because I drink coffee all day or something else. But like today, I got one, drank one with breakfast, and I'm just like, oh, you're so delicious. Like, it's extra good. Some gourmet Dr. Pepper, Jimmy. I'm a Dr. Pepper girly. I always have been. Like, I like Coke Zero, but I also like Dr. Pepper Zero a lot. I like Diet Dr. Pepper, honestly. That's my favorite. And regular Dr. Pepper is so good. Let's take some of this one right here and put that onto the lid. Ooh, pretty. So pretty. Oh my goodness. This also kind of, a little bit reminds me of the Gemini 2 palette. Well, just a little bit. I'm a sucker for these kind of color stories, the greens and purples, plums, rosy tones like that are like smoky, murky. Those are my favorite kind of palettes, color stories. I've really gotten into cooler tone stuff though. So I would like to get the cool tone version of this. That's really pretty. Soften. I bet with a finger. Whoa. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this shade right here. Maybe put a little bit of that over here, just to do it. So let's see what it does. Create a little dimension. Yeah, it does. It creates a really nice dimension. Now on the center of the lid, I'm going to take this one that's more like a topper shade. Like it's a little bit more of a sheer type of formulation. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put some of that just like in the middle. That's very much like a Huda eyeshadow there. Ooh. I like the topper shades and stuff in palettes. I think they're fun. I like the variety of finishes. I know some people aren't a fan of them, but I'm a fan. That actually reminds me a lot of a shade from like the Yucca palette. Yeah, this could definitely give you some Yucca palette vibes. For $12. Heck yeah. For $12, this is a really good, great palette and really good value. Okay, that looks awesome. Love it. Love it. I'm gonna throw on a little bit of liner. Just right at the lash line, just something to deepen that up a bit. We'll use like the darkest brown in here, see if that works. Also, not a ton of fallout. And I wasn't being particularly careful. I kind of forgot I already done my foundation. Right, so I'm going to put just a little bit liner on, fix my foundation up just a touch where I did mess it up a little bit. We'll be back for lower lash line, try out the concealer, all that jazz. I'll see you in just a moment. Let's do the NYX Perfect Stick in pink. Did it on the under eyes. I just touched up my foundation a little bit where I kind of smudged a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm just going to tap a little bit right here and see how that does. It's so creamy. Wow. Like you just kind of touch it on. Just literally glides. Wow, that is enjoyable. Very enjoyable texture. Show me my finger here. Let's try tapping this out with a finger. See what it does. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice shade. Very brightening. Heck yeah. Let's see, one perk, because I'm ghostly, these pink brightener shades just kind of work as concealer shades on me. And actually just look really good as a concealer shade. Because they suit my skin tone so well. That is very nice. Look how easy that is blending just by tapping it out. I'm going to blend it right here with my little brush. Yeah, nice coverage level. Looks very smooth. It's supposed to be buildable. Let's see. Yeah. Quite nice. Very nice. Yeah, it looks very smooth. Okay. And do a little bit of my NYX. Bear with me for the rest of my concealing. Okay. And do just a little bit of powder on the under eye. I'm gonna use the Bare Focus powder. The WetnWild 5-in-1 Essence Primer powder. That's what this one's called. Okay. Let's do a lower lash line. This brown we used on the outer corner. Do that. And tuck that right under here. Touch my eyeball. That's fun. Okay, we'll do a lighter transition shade. I'll put a little bit of this one. Alright, and on this little inner bit, I want to use this wavy shade right here. This really pretty kind of creamy rose gold copper. Now, let's check out this bronzer. So this is the Buttermelt bronzer and the shade All Buttered Up. Picks up quite decently. Alright, just gonna start applying this. Ooh. Yeah, this kind of is reminding me of MAC Warm Soul. Yeah, very bronzer vibes here. Blush bronzery. The finish is gorgeous, and it's very similar to the MAC Mineralized blushes and finish. That's, yep. So it's very reminiscent of. Well, I like that a lot. That is gorgeous. And it's a perfect shade. So nice. Claire, you'd like this. 10 out of 10. It has a gorgeous like glow to it on the skin. Oof. That is really nice. It's like a smooth glow. Alright, let's do some of this Wet n Wild blush. This is that, what we call lip and cheek tint in Rosy Romance. I like to apply these with a brush like this. And this one's pretty lightly pigmented, so I can kind of go a little ham with her. And this is going over powder, and it does fine. You just do a light tap. It diffuses really nicely. But I wouldn't go straight in with a doe foot, really, unless you're doing that without any powder on. But for over powder, just a little tap tap like this. And these have a really nice soft matte finish, this shade anyway. Okay, let's do a little bit of highlighter. Just gonna grab a little bit of this one that is very messy. It's I'm So Lit from WetnWild. It's a loose highlight, but it's super messy. Okay, so let's check out this mascara. I'm gonna give my lashes a little curl. Of course, we're gonna play the Where's the Lash Curler game. My favorite game to play every single day. But yeah, it's a very flexible plastic wand with kind of short, stubby bristles. Alright, one coat. Not bad. Pretty good. Let's do a second coat here. Let me get it in there. It's a very wet formula. I feel like there's a lot on the applicator. It's given decent length. Volume, it's alright. Mostly length, I'm really noticing. A little spidery. That might just because it's new. Sometimes with new ones, a little more comes off than I'm anticipating. And not bad, not bad. Pretty decent looking. Get a little close up here. I do need to clean up a couple spots and smudges there because I got a little bit under my eye. But yeah, that's pretty good. It does remind me a lot of the L'Oreal Panorama. It's pretty similar. The Panorama one's a little bit firmer, a little more beefier. Like it grabs the lashes a little better, the wand does. So it brushes them out a little more. That one, it doesn't, I don't feel like it's grabbing the lashes. It's a little too bendy, a little too floppy. But like this one, you know, you can get in there and really comb them. So that's the difference there. But it looks similar. I got one of these from e.l.f. that like I never use. Just a random e.l.f. lip liner. There was a limited edition collection. I think they actually have these now, lip liners, and they're really good. But they had released some in a one-off collection a couple of years ago, like their summer collection. And they're pretty nice. And we'll top that with, let's do Cedar Rose. And it's our look all complete, testing out some new makeup from the drugstore. I love doing new makeup from the drugstore. It is so fun to me. Yeah, especially when you find something really cool as exciting, exciting as this palette here from Revolution. I love it. I love it. Definitely will be a full review coming and like some in-depthness with it because I really want to dive in some more into some of the shades we didn't use and really put the palette through its paces before I give you a firm review. But based on first impressions, well worth the, what was it, $12? 10 out of 10. And of course we will have some looks and a review coming with this one as well, the Ultimate Desire Khaki Stripe. The Buttermilk bronzer. Oh, girl, it's so good. I love this. Oh, I love the touch, the feel of it, and the smell, the formula. It's so very nice. I'm going to put a little bit more on because I like the way it looks too. Very similar to Macworm Soul, this shade in particular, all butted up. I like it. I like it a lot. The mascara is fine. I'm not like, whoa, crazy, cool, great mascara, but it's fine. It's nice. I think it's one that I'm going to want to, I feel like it gives some time to because it's just a bit messy and wet coming out. So I think it might be one of those that needs to get to a little bit of a sweet spot. But we'll see. I'm going to keep experimenting with it. I mean, it looks nice. It does. It just may not be like Holy Grail status, but cute. What else? This, again, really good from Wet n Wild. A little lip and cheek tint. Enjoying that. Oh, this concealer stick in the pink shade. Awesome. I think these would be great in any shade because that is a beautiful formulation on that. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts down below on these new makeup items. Have you tried them? Do you want them? Do you have any more recommendations for me? The stuff you would like to see me test out? Drop in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.